I'm so glad to welcome you all to the SIH Alumni Interaction session with Dr. Abhay Jere, Chief Innovation Officer, Ministry of Education Innovation Cell. Under his leadership, MOE's Innovation Cell aims to support and nurture startups by providing funding, mentorship, and industrial collaboration opportunities. Through a number of hackathons and other innovation contests, we identify the nation's best ideators and help the young innovators in scaling their ideas into products and commercialization. Dr. Abhay Jere is keen on developing India as knowledge-based society and knowledge-based economy. His focus is to create more job creators, not job seekers. He appeals to youngsters to evolve as problem solvers. They should be a part of a solution rather than be a part of the problem. And also, students should generate ideas which not only have relevance in India but across the globe. So I request Abhay sir to share his insights with participants, followed by the interaction with participants. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Selva. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can
Yes,
hear
sir.
you.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yes, sir.
So, first, I would really like to thank all of you, all my prestigious SIH alumni, for joining this initiative, for joining this call, for this interaction. And the philosophy behind this interaction is actually to pick your brain on how together we can evolve as a community and together strengthen the innovation and entrepreneurial ecosystem of our country. When we started Smart India Hackathon in 2016-17, 17 was the first edition, we started working from 16. At that time, hardly anyone was talking about hackathon. I traveled across the country addressing about lakh plus students in 2016 and 17 initially. And in majority of even engineering colleges, computer science divisions, students were not aware of the concept. Faculty members used to come and ask what we should do, how we should support. Even faculty members were not aware about the concept of hackathon. And now you see hackathons happening in every nook and corner of this country. Now people are resisting hackathons. Actually, too many of them are happening. So what we believe is that Smart India Hackathon actually kickstarted the culture of hackathons in this country. But hackathon is just an event where you bootstrap an idea, you work on an idea. And it's just the beginning. It's just a starting point. And we have to move forward. So what happens is that ecosystem now we need to create. And together we believe that this is a good opportunity for all of us. The phone is ringing, they're disturbing me, so I'm losing my thoughts also. But anyway, so what I believe is that together, if we can join hands and help evolve this ecosystem further, make it more mature, make it more sustainable, then that will be much more sustainable contribution towards this ecosystem development. Because when we are talking about $5 trillion economy or $10 trillion economy, we are talking about national development. And it will not happen only with government or only through government. On the contrary, if government plays too much of role, it will further hamper it. It will only happen if people like you, youngsters like you, actually excel. So me and Selva, when we were discussing about this entire initiative, we felt that we have already done 4, 5 hackathons. And now it's a time where we should actually start connecting to some of you, actually rope you into our systems as evaluators, as judges, as mentors, because what you will able to tell youngsters, or the way you will able to guide youngsters, because you have gone through the system, you have analyzed it, you have experienced it, no one else will able to do that. And that's the reason I felt that let's have this initial discussion. We can schedule these discussions maybe every quarter if possible. I can join, or someone can from my team, like Mohit, can join, or Selva can actually seek your views. But we would like to pick your brain. And honestly, when I'm saying this, I'm very honestly saying it, that we would like to seek suggestions from you, how best we can move forward. You may think that I don't have anything to offer right now, because there was no agenda which actually got circulated, and you will take time to think about it. We are fine with it. We understand that. Okay? We are fine with it. But we want to set this ball rolling. Also, we would like to ensure that through this, we reach out to many, many Smart India Hackathon participants. Because currently, when we actually announced this website, or this Google form, when we circulated, we got registration about from 700, 800 people. But for last 5 years, we had participation of more than maybe 50,000 people, or 50,000 youngsters. I will not call them students now, because many of you may not be students. Many of you may be really good professionals, experts, have participated. And we would also like to seek your help in reaching out to them, ensuring that they also join this. Because please understand, my dear friends, you are all brainy people, and if we can create this community of brainy people, then we will able to do wonders for this country. We will able to exchange a lot of ideas, a lot of opportunities. We will able to exchange a lot of partnership or explore partnership potentials, collaborations. So this community, which I am very keen on developing, I believe that if you support us in the right way, then we will able to achieve results which are phenomenal. It will be 1 + 1 is equal to 11 and not 2. So this is the general thought process which is there in my mind. Nowadays, all these VCs are extremely boring, especially when there is a monologue. So I will stop my monologue here, or comments here, and let's get into a discussion where you can share experiences, how it helped you, how it actually that initiative, not only just for your own project, but also developing your thought process and things, and how it impacted. And even if you say, no, boss, it was just a line for me in my CV, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. So let's have a very honest, candid discussion. Let's exchange ideas, so that, and then at the end of the day, maybe, or end of this call, together we will actually evolve as what could be the roadmap. We can request few of you to volunteer to manage this community, or we can start a LinkedIn page or a WhatsApp group. I don't know. You know, we will keep it entirely fluid. Huh? We will allow it to evolve. Because many times in government, we sit in ivory tower. We know what we want, or we say हमको सब पता है, and then we start actually pushing things down the throat, and they may not be the right things. Okay, so with this opening, what we can say, remarks or something, I will be more than happy to take questions or listen to your experiences, views. So Selva, over to you. Let's take this forward. Let's keep it very simple and fluid.
Yes, sir. So thank you, sir. And any participant joined from SIH 2017?
This is Karthik.
Yeah, I'm
Introduce
from
yourself.
2017.
Yeah, please.
You can raise
So,
your hands and just we can start the discussion. Okay.
Yes. Mr. Dinesh Krishna.
yeah, thanks for letting me speak in. So, yeah, I think I'm the first batch of this Smart India hackathon. Like Sir said already, like at that time we weren't aware of any of this a hackathon or kind of culture like that. But it was really a good opportunity. We were very new, but the 5 days of experience, I think it was like 3 continuous days, and it was really good experience that we had throughout those days. And it's also very good that we are continuing it, and this is still followed up till now, like almost this is like 5 years from now. So I really appreciate this effort from the team for getting in touch continuously, keeping us updated on what's going on, and then how we can support as an alumni and things like that. So that's really interesting. So, and then maybe I'll just end with a short introduction. So I'm from Pondicherry. I participated in Smart India Hackathon for the Ministry of Forest and Environment, and then now I'm doing my master's in mechatronics. So that's pretty much about myself. But yeah, I'd like to keep going with this kind of initiatives. This is really like encouraging and very thoughtful.
So you should okay, Dinesh, but you should share with us whether this initiative actually helped you or not. If it is not, you can say directly, no, we are fine with it.
Yeah,
Okay?
to be honest, it really helped me. I came to Germany
And
to do my masters, and even here I got a funding from a startup, like from the government to take up a startup. And then I even started a startup in Germany, and that kind of initiatives, that really started from that point, I would say. This kind of
Yeah.
hackathons, and then seeding this kind of ideas that we can bring up something from the scratch, and then commercialize it, and then bring an idea over it. So such kind of small seed, I would say that was the start for everything. So that was really good. So I would say it was really helpful, and we should keep going. And from that time, from 2017, I would never say that Indian government never took a step towards innovation or something else, because I was into this part where the government was really putting in effort to bring up innovators and then entrepreneurs from from the college level itself. So that was really good, I would say.
Yeah, thank you, Dinesh.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your view. And shall we?
please be brief. Please be brief, because we would like to have as many people as possible sharing their views. These
Yes.
people have joined.
Mr. Karthik Chaudhary.
Thank you, sir. Like, Abhay, sir, I've been chasing you from last 1 year. Maybe I will end that conversation how I've been chasing you. So, like, I was a participant in 2017, one of the finalists. In 2018, I was the winner. So that was a 2 year journey for me in Smart India Hackathon. 2019, I was mentoring my college teammates itself. And since 2020, I'm one of the evaluators in Smart India. So I have been in touch with trying to get involved in Smart India Hackathon, trying to get inside that core team, but somehow I have not been able to make it. So my journey since 5 years, if you say, like Smart India turned out to be a real crucial thing in my life, because somehow I had no vision before that. But after this hackathon, at least I got one vision, that at least I have an idea in mind and I can build this idea into a potential viable product into the market or something of that sort. So on that lines, yes, sir.
Selva, Karthik just told. Selva, whether
Yes.
Mohit and Sarim have also joined?
No, sir. Mohit sir is on leave today. Sarim, I'll ask him to join.
Ask him to join immediately because
Sure.
he is now leading the
Yes,
initiative. So if he hears from some of the people, so he will also get very encouraged and very motivated that what
Sure,
kind of
sir.
impact he is creating.
Shall I go ahead, sir?
Just 1 minute, Selva will. Salim is there? उसको WhatsApp पे भेज दो ज्वाइनिंग लिंक उसको और अरिंदम को भी बोल देना अरिंदम को
Sir, he is in another meeting. SIH
Oh.
meeting is happening. One second.
ओके अरिंदम को भी बोल देना
Yes, sir. They are all in Daikata Nodal Center.
They're all
meeting.
Tricathon Nodal Center meeting.
Yes.
Okay, so are we recording this?
Yes, yes, we are recording.
So they can see the recording. Okay, chalo.
Yeah, thank you, Karthik. It's good to hear from the
Yeah,
participant to mentor. Yeah, please add if you want to add
I
something.
just need 1 or 2 minutes so that I can, because I will not get again this opportunity to talk to Abhay sir.
2 minutes is too much. Don't misunderstand me. We have many more speakers.
Yeah. So basically, like over the years, what I've seen is like these ideas, whatever is happening, all those are getting into a GitHub repository, and we are not utilizing it to the best. I see that more than thousands of ideas will be in our GitHub repository. It might happen that out of which 100 will be a potential unicorns as well in future. We are not sure about it, but we are not in a situation to even utilize or build that ecosystem right now. So what I have started from last 2 years is like I'm trying to build that ecosystem in schools right now. So with that new education policy which has come up, I'm trying to build new entrepreneurs in schools with my initiative, which I've kind of tried to evolve over a period of time. And that is how like I have pitched to Abhay sir also couple of times on LinkedIn. Somehow if he is busy, he has not replied to me. But definitely once given a chance, I will like to pitch this idea so that we can build this complete ecosystem right from the grassroots level and not to the level when we are trying to give them the corporate sector or corporate lifestyle. So if we kind of build it from the grassroots level, right from the mindset, and then coming to the point where they can start participating in these hackathons, it
Yes.
might happen that the things might change. That's it.
So
Thank you, sir.
Karthik and others, I would like to actually inform you, we have done a few things in this regard. So now moving forward from this year, you will see CBSE actually introducing design thinking as an elective from 6th standard.
Yes.
Okay. So India will be the first country to actually introduce design thinking subject from 6th standard. Uh, so that is something what we have actually done. So books and everything have been done and they are in public domain. Then for schools, we are actually coming up with, or we have already announced, that is also in public domain, National Innovation and Entrepreneurship Policy for schools. Also has been developed. It's in public domain. You should. I will request you all of you to see that. And please believe me, knowingly or unknowingly, the credit of many of these things goes to all of you. Because we started with you all. This was the first initiative where we started thinking in this area. And then slowly we realized after talking to a lot of our youngsters that what we should do and what we should not do. And as Karthik was saying, there was a lot of suggestion related to that promoting innovation in schools. So we said, okay, we will have to have a very dedicated policy for schools. And then we will also introduce a subject. So you will see that subject actually CBSE offering it from this academic year. So 6th, 7th, 8th books will be, 6th book is already released, 7th and 8th we are currently working on. And soon we will be actually having school innovation councils also. So my team is also working in that area. So we are trying to listen to you, take your suggestions. But as government, we can do only few limited things. Okay, let's move forward.
Yeah, Mr. Vinit. Mr. Prem Rawal.
Yeah, I'll complete in very short. Hello, I'm Prem. I'm from Atharva College of Engineering, Mumbai. So first time we participated in SIH was in 2018. We were finalists. The hackathon was in Panipat Institute of Technology, but apparently we lost. We didn't get into the top 3, and that discouraged us a lot. And then we thought, what next? So we participated in SIH 2019. We happened to win the first prize at NIT Calicut, and it was about augmented reality. That was the first time we had practiced something like that in a hackathon, and that has been, in one simple word, it has been life changing in many ways. We got that hunger to learn new technologies and implement it. We got several opportunities every other day, maybe not every other day, but every week we got at least one request from an organization, corporate or individual, that you guys are winners for SIH, why don't you develop something for us? And so, yeah, it's been truly life changing. And so you'll be happy to know, right after SIH, we got calls from several other hackathons happening across India. And most importantly, there was a hackathon by Singapore, Hack Asia 2019. They also invited us that just because you won SIH, you are eligible to participate in this hackathon. Out of entire India, there were a few teams who got to be there, and the credit goes to SIH. So the most important implementation of design thinking that I can see in this world is the organization of SIH in the last many years. So in 2020, I and my team, we became separate mentors for different teams, and some of it also won. So, and most importantly, this year, after participating in hackathons and winning it. Hello. Yeah, after participating in hackathons and after winning it, this year, I and my team, we organized a hackathon for agri-tech to benefit the farmers for social good. So, sort of been through the entire transformation of being in a hackathon, and I'm more than elated to thank you, Abhay, Jere sir, and the whole team, in fact. Thank you very much, sir.
Don't thank me. Don't thank me. We are together here. So let's not thank each other. Okay?
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Yeah, great, Prem. Dinesh went to mentor level, and you are went to the organizer level. Good.
Yeah. Organizing several hackathons. That's
good, great. So, Mr. Vinit, are you ready? Mr. Vinit, again you raise your hand.
Selva, you should
Yes,
announce 2 or 3 names in advance so they know that after this person, the other.
Yes. Yes, sir. Yeah, Mr. Abhay Gupta.
Yeah, so am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
So first of all, thank you so much for organizing this alumni meet. So basically, I am Abhay Gupta. I, with my team members, participated in Smart India Hackathon 2020. So we developed an AI chatbot for the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, and by the team efforts of all the members, we won that hackathon. So I just want to comment here is that the learning experience that we got in participating this hackathon in the hackathon 2020 is outstanding. In 2020, as you all know, that COVID strikes the country, so like everything goes virtually. We can't meet up in a advanced setup, but the virtual interaction also enthusiasm ourselves also improve our ability to just focus on something which is great of the town. So like that's the whole kind of thing. And also like in Smart India Hackathon, the team bonding which we are having, the opportunities after the Smart India Hackathon which we get is also incredible. Like the Smart India Hackathon gives the recognition that Prem has also mentioned. The recognition that we got from Smart India Hackathon is absolutely incredible. The only thing is that if that hackathon goes like in an offline setup, then that will be very much cool just to interact with the whole team member and won at that place. But yeah, apart from that, the overall experience of the Smart India Hackathon is absolutely amazing. Like I literally love that thing. Yeah. So like that's the whole thing.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Abhay.
Thank you so much.
And Mr. Akash Katiyan.
Yeah, hi. Can I? Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Hi, thank you so
Tell
much.
us,
Next.
I know you will praise Smart India Hackathon and those kind of things, certainly.
Yes,
But
yes,
what you did after that, you know,
yes,
whether you did your
Yeah.
startup, whether, and how it actually helped you moving forward, you know.
yes.
So let's not praise Smart India Hackathon initiative as
Yeah.
such. What we would like to do, कितने लोगों ने startup किया उसके बाद, you know, that kind of a thing we would like to know. कि कितने लोगों के लिए job offers ज्यादा आए, you had some very different kind of opportunities which your peer didn't have, who were not participant. So you know, you focus on that. And even we are actually thinking of organizing a physical meet also. The next meet will be more of a physical meet, where maybe 3-4 locations we will pick, because people are in different part of the country. Maybe we will come there and we will have gala together, you know, in a sense.
Yeah. Sir, can I start?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi. Thank you so much, the whole team for organizing this. So I'm Akash. I'm from Bangalore. So I participated in Smart India Hackathon 2019 Software Edition. So I would like to share one thing that I learned from that. So I learned ki how like I can leverage technology and impact a lot of people. So I'll start with like what I did after the hackathon. So like in 2020 when COVID happened, so a lot of schools got shut, and like if you see children who are studying in remote villages in India don't have access to technology and other devices and other things. So I worked with government of Himachal Pradesh and built an educational platform called Har Ghar Pathshala. So one similar thing was like in a hackathon, you make a product in 2 days. Similarly, due to urgency of thing, like I made this in 2 days, and now like it has been used by more than 30 lakh children across India. And yeah, so basically this was the learning key how I can use technology and scale it and impact people. Right now, I'm building my own startup called Team Trip, where we help people to travel across India, especially organizations. Yeah. Also, I would just like to add, like, as Sir suggested, like, how can we grow this community? So I just have a viewpoint ki a lot of times when people are in hackathons, so a lot of ideas have potential, but as we students at that particular time get stuck because we don't have capital, we don't have resources to scale. So like if the community can help in this way to people who are doing things in Smart India Hackathon, so that basically they can go a step ahead. Thank you.
So you have raised, Akash, a very important point. So we have another initiative called Yukti, okay, where what we are trying to do is that identify ideas which are TRL's technology readiness level 6 and above, okay, which has commercial potential. Huh? And if you are incubated and if you are in India and if you have TRL 6 and above kind of a, you should be incubated in some college related or college associated TBI. Some if, either students, faculty, as some, because we as Ministry of Education deal with more educational institutes, we directly don't fund startups which are outside the education sector domain. Means sector is fine, you can work on any sector, but you either have to be student or faculty, you know, to receive our support. So that we certainly do, and we are funding up to 10 lakh rupees per idea. It's not a very big funding, but still we are doing that. And Selva is actually working on it, and she takes care of this Yukti and National Innovation Contest, which we run. And I will tell you very honestly, we are not getting good ideas. We have more funding, and we are not able to utilize it. For example, I can tell you, we have funding for about 100 ideas, and I can go more. I can certainly go more. Okay, so 10 lakh per idea for 100 ideas. Currently, I have funding. And we started by evaluating something like 26,000 ideas from across colleges. And we ended up funding about 48, 49, you know, because we are getting a lot of junk. But now, because of Smart India Hackathon and such related initiatives, other initiatives, you people are much more suited in some of the aspects for getting, or your ideas will be far better than some of the ideas which we are getting. Okay, so you should look at that Yukti initiative, or we can actually schedule a talk on that aspect from Deepan and Selva. How we can spread that, because see, we want to help, but there are no takers. Okay, as a ministry, we have our own limitations, certainly. But and once, and that 10 lakh is enough to actually get the first prototype or the second 2.0 or 3.0 prototype moving forward. Then we can actually reach out to pre-angel investors or angel investors, and we are in touch with Invest India, which is community of angel investors and venture capitalists. So we can actually arrange some of the pitching sessions. We are in touch with even Startup India cell also, with the DPIIT, Ministry of Commerce. Okay. So if some of the help is required from their side also, we can. They don't provide funding, to be very honest. But we can certainly, like DST Prism scheme is there. And they are asking us whether you have good projects. And sometimes we don't have projects to actually support that. So, schemes like Prism, DST Prism, they can also support. They have 2 or 3 levels of support, and they can even support a rickshawala. So their scheme is so flexible. Housewife can apply, rickshawala can apply, and they are also not getting good projects. So funding is available even from government sector.
So next, Karthik Chaudhary, Mr. Karthik Chaudhary.
I've already completed.
Yeah. And Mr. Sarthak.
So now,
Yes.
Selva, we had many
Yes, sir.
boys actually talking. Let's give opportunity to
go.
few girls, right?
Should I go first or should I wait? How do you want it to be?
Wait. So,
Wait.
huh.
Yeah.
Alright.
A ratio. And yes.
So I had my team had actually been the runners up in 2018 Smart India Hackathon. We had been in Willinger Institute of Management, that Mumbai. Yeah, so that was the software edition. The impact of it actually appears when you start applying for interviews and all. Like they have a good impression that you have taken part in it and even been the runners up. Like most of the interview will mention out, okay, you have been this thing with ads on, obviously, which I have felt has been put now. Other than that, we also had got the chance to launch that idea as a startup. Like all the winners, I think, get that chance, the first, second, and third of each of the area. But due to like my team members were mostly like we got scattered after that in placement and all, and we got so busy that we could not focus on launching that idea as a startup
That's okay.
at that point of time.
Okay.
So is it like, can we reinitiate that thing again? Like, because my team
Yeah,
members
that is
might
up
have
to you. That is up to
people.
you. Why not? You should think of reinitiating, get together. If your idea is good, someone will fund.
Yeah,
That simple as that. Life is brutal.
Mhm. So even not that idea, we have something else also. We can actually take the
Absolutely.
advantage of um, the schemes and all which
Yeah.
SIH provides with.
Yeah, that not only SIH, together we will dig out for many more schemes. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Where we can help you on some of those aspects. Some schemes will be dependent on where we will be supporting. Some schemes will be completely independent. We will just direct. कि बाबा यहाँ apply करो बोल के. That we can certainly do. Okay.
Yeah, for like after that, since I'm from electronics, the hardware edition started after 2018. It was not in 2018.
No, it was there in
So
2018. It was there
18
in
also was
2018.
okay.
Hardware was there. 2017 it was not there. But from 18 we started hardware edition. But
Like
18 it was a small.
we had got inspired from some of our seniors, and then we like went for this 18th one, and we might have been inspiring some others from our college also.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Reshu. Shall we go to Prerna Singh?
Oh, a very good evening. Am I audible?
Yes,
Yeah,
be a little louder.
Yes, sir. A very good evening to the sir and all the NML participants over here. I would like to highlight that I was being a part of Smart India Hackathon 2018 Software Edition, and I was a finalist at Oriental University. Uh, we had a very interesting problem statement which we had picked up, and we had developed the complete application, which was developing a web application for women, so where they can apply for jobs only dedicated for women, and this was from the Ministry of Women Empowerment. Uh, okay, so we were being told that we will be reached out by them uh, uh, during that final presentation, during the final interview,
but nobody reached
and
out to you.
no, that was the very
Yeah, we are getting that
correct.
problem from many ministries, to be very honest. Two
Yeah,
or three,
and
except two or three ministries.
yeah,
Ministries, it's not that they don't want to reach out to you. I will be very honest. They simply don't know how to handle, because those people in ministries are paper pushers like us. They know how to just push files and how to comment on files. When some innovation is in front of them, they really don't know how to handle it, and then they pass on the buck to someone else, and eventually it goes from table to table. आपने देखा होगा ना?
yes, sir, that is the case.
हाँ,
Yeah.
तो
So
in
we were
some of
very
movies or
enthusiastic that
serials, so
we have.
people are with good intention, but they simply don't know how to handle it. And now that is the reason we are exploring whether we can handle it. And I will be very honest here. I don't want to commit big things because we also don't know, but we will try our best.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So being a participant like that, I'm still very enthusiastic that I want to do something for the nation through my knowledge. I'm
Yes,
very
so we
keen
will
to
connect
do
you.
that
Yes,
thing.
we will help. We will
Yeah.
get connected. So
So I just
we
need
will
a
actually,
platform for that. That is
yeah, we will. So now Smart India Hackathon 2022 is already up and running. Okay,
yeah.
we require evaluators during the grand finale. We require mentors during the grand finale. Okay, we will reach out to you. We will reach out to you. And we will actually give you some small honorarium also if possible while you are doing evaluations and those kind of things there. Okay, from our side. So if you are based out of, say, Jaipur, and if we have a center in Jaipur, we will actually nominate you as our evaluators there. Because many times what happens is that colleges appoint their own evaluators and they try to do hanky-panky things. Okay, so we want our people on whom we can trust. And because you have gone through the process, you know what to expect from this process. And if we have about 500, 600 people with us or more than that, then we will actually reach out to you. Selva, that was the reason I also wanted Sareem here on this call.
Sarim will join now. Their meeting is just got over. He'll join.
Okay, good. And we should actually seek your help. And we should also seek your help in evaluation, even online evaluation also, some of the ideas. And we are paying for that. Okay. So we are not asking anything for free, in a sense. But that amount is very small. 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. That is only government can pay. Okay. It's a very small token of love and appreciation from us. Don't
So
expect
that is the case.
something big,
Yes, sir.
50,000, 20,000. Government never pays that kind of money.
Yes, so as an Indian only, I would like to contribute my knowledge like that, even if
Yeah,
it's not.
we will give you enough opportunities. I can tell you that. We want good
I
people.
can,
We want bright people. We want
I can
committed
bring up
people.
more people for that as well.
Yeah.
Just in
So
that.
just get connected with us. And that is the reason we started this entire website also. And I will request, see, for Prem was saying, see, if you people have so many good experiences, why don't you record a small video of how Smart India Hackathon changed your life? Okay. And we will put on official government website.
Yes, sir.
If you put it on Twitter, we will actually retweet it. We will request you to go ahead and tag even Prime Minister. I don't know how, are you aware? 3 days back, when Prime Minister, our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi when he was addressing an event in Indore, 3-4 days back, he mentioned about Smart India Hackathon again, the kind of impact which it's creating. And I can tell you, many of you will not be aware that when we started this entire concept, after second edition, when Prime Minister actually said he is coming for each and every Smart India Hackathon. So after second edition, he met Prime Minister of Singapore, and he told us, Singaporean Prime Minister suggested to Singaporean Prime Minister that let's have Indo-Singapore Hackathon. So we had an India-Singapore Hackathon, okay, where 20 teams from India actually went to Singapore and competed. And I will tell you, when we actually analyzed the results, to first 12 teams were Indian teams in that. First Singapore team was the 13th team. So see the soft power which we have. The reason we are getting so much applause across the globe now is because of people like you. Soft power. So what happened? The first edition was so successful, but we were very upset by ki baba Singapore itna piche gaya. So then we had a second edition of India Singapore Hackathon, where in each team we had 3 students from India and 3 students from Singapore actually jointly working together. Okay. So there should be a lot of learning, there should be a lot of exchange of ideas, and that was phenomenal success. It was so successful that Prime Minister went ahead and suggested that we should have India ASEAN Hackathon with ASEAN countries, 11 ASEAN countries. So we had that hackathon, okay, where all ASEAN countries participated. See, this is emerging as a diplomatic initiative. Okay, and now we are organizing India Africa Hackathon, where 25 African countries are participating.
Yes, sir.
And we are saying in UNESCO and UN that India is going to help African countries build innovation ecosystem within their, within their own countries. So it's a big soft power initiative, and this is all because of people like you.
Yes. India has too much potential. It just needs a rocket to get ignited and reach the moon.
Yes. And currently I am working on, yesterday, our minister actually chaired a meeting where he reviewed the preparations for UNESCO Africa India Hackathon. And if some of you are students still in India, have participated, we might able to pick you for even this hackathon. But for that, again, the condition is that you have to be a student.
Yes, sir. Very, very agreed to it. Very hopeful for your reach out, sir.
Huh? Sarthak, he is waiting.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Good evening, sir. Thank you for organizing this. So I participated in SIH 2017. This was the first edition under Ministry of Science and Technology. apart from winning it, getting the recognition, I think recognition for any innovator is one important thing that people really crave for. Apart from that, I think the ecosystem made me realize the impact that one product, one technology can create in life people. Apart from joining MIT in boot camp in US, because of my success in SIH, I created my own startup just after college. So between the hackathon and me starting up, it was like 6 to 8 months. And I think that confidence kept running since I came back from the hackathon. I'm happy to tell you that I recently took an exit from that startup. We built that for 3 years, impacted 6 million users, expanded it to the US and Indonesia as well, got funded by Y Combinator, which is world's top accelerator and investor. And we were able to raise $1 million for it as well, and were profitable. I would rather say that
we can ask you for funding.
I'm already trying to, help in every way that I can for people, who reach out to me, who see that. And I'm surprised that even 17-year-old children are making startups. I funded one very recently, and he's only 17. I'm just worried. Are you going to complete your studies? He's like, I'm going to make sure that both of these things are handled. And they're so focused, laser focused on what they want to achieve. I'm surprised. I was like, what was I even doing when I was in 11th standard? I was just fretting about JEE all the time. But look at these kids. I think that was one. I can see India's arrived. I mean, everybody recognizes this, and now I'm trying to give back to the community. And while I'm adding team members in my company, I think I spot SIH winners, SIH participants in the resumes, and it's always fun to talk to them. What was the problem that you were solving? I don't tell them that I participated in the first and won the first one, and then later I'm able to tell them, and I'm able to see that how the process has evolved, how they're able to do it online, how the problem statements have been so vast and so complex as well. At times, these are IoT related problems that people are solving. So I think it's with me since I've completed the hackathon, either in my resume or seeing in other people's resume. I think this has been a great journey for me. Just wanted to share the experience with everyone.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing such really great words.
Thank you, Sarthak. From participant to investor, we have got one investor in our SIH participant.
Good. So he was a participant. Then he became a startup fellow. He actually did his startup. He exited and made money out of it. Wow.
Great. Yeah. So we'll move on to
good. And if you are funded by Y Combinator, it's a fantastic achievement.
Thank you, sir.
Go ahead. Who else?
Yeah, Gurtej Singh. Sorry.
A very pleasant good evening to everyone. Myself, Gurtej Singh, and I participated in the Smart India Hackathon 2018, and we went for the grand final in the Hubli. So I'll narrate my story in a way that where I'm landing today and how it created a much impact in my life. Coming from a very small village of Haryana, didn't know about the technology. Come across about how the things are working. And when I come to know about the hackathon terms, didn't know anything about the technology or the product aspects and something like that. Just I was focusing on the problem solving. When we made to the grand finalist in the Smart India Hackathon, and I was studying in a Tier 3 college, that was a big deal for me. After that, we went on the grand finalist of the Smart India Hackathon. The problem statement was the security and the surveillance. So there were the couple of things which actually impacted my life. As after that, I got my first product analytics intern. So that was something I get into the much exposure. What is the exactly product and why market is requiring for a good product. So that was a starting journey where I come to know about all this thing. Then I start getting the invitation from the colleges, schools. I delivered the guest lectures, keynote speakers. Many company approaches me for that. Mentored in the more than 15 plus hackathons after that. Also been a speaker in the many of the hackathon, the interstate and the national level hackathons. After that, been a part of the 30 plus event across the India. And in 2020, selected as a 21 under 21 award for creating a much extremely achievements. And after that, I'm building my career as a program manager and currently working within the core team of the IIT's alumni. And we are building a product, and I'm building my career in the product domain, which I come across while participating in the Smart India Hackathon. Got the real meaning of the technology, what is the important of the product. And so Smart India Hackathon gave me the really a good exposure. Never thought coming from a small village will be landing in a good startup, working within IIT and people who have already built a good companies in the past, having a successful record, and we are now scaling from 0 to 1. So that's my journey. So thank you so much, government, for it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Gurtej. Daisy Mehta.
Hi everyone, I'm Daisy and I'm currently a MBA student in IIM Calcutta. So about my journey, I would like to just talk about the impact, how SIH impacted my journey overall. So when I was back in college doing my undergrad in my second year, I think we were the youngest team out there to win Smart India Hackathon. We won it back in 2018 and under Ministry of HRD at that time, and in our center specifically Javadekar sir also visited, and it was really an experience, and it was a vibe, and it was like I made some really great friends there. But now, as sir said, focusing on the impact, because of that I was able to crack 3 job offers in that particular year, 5 PPI offers. That is only in my undergraduate part. I was leading the team, so that is why it not only taught me the overall skill, the overall technical skills, but also on my non-technical skills, the confidence, the way I speak, and the way I was structuring everything. So because of that, and that was one part which because of which I was able to convert all 11. I got 11 IIM calls and I converted all of them. Post that, even before that, I would like to say that because of that confidence and the will to change and impact the lives of people using technology, I was able to build a 4-tier team of around 250 engineering and PhD scholars in my college. And we completed 3 live projects, and I led multiple teams, and I was able to confer LORs from multiple CEOs. And one of our projects was also published in Measurable Time L, and this was an international project where we handled multiple other things like SEO, etc. Not only this, we also post this, being a PWD, that is a differently abled person on my own, I understood that how difficult it is for a differently able student to get into the engineering domain and to crack a job. So I actually created something, I mentored a lot of differently abled students. And if I'll just talk about the impact numbers, I think they'll say a lot. We were able to train 100 plus PWD students and increase the placement stats to 3 times than what they were earlier for the differently abled people. Like all this, one of the major reasons why I was able to do this, and how this actually made SIH actually gave credibility to me as a person, as well as people really believed in my ideas. Now even in IIM, just because even in IIM Calcutta, I cracked the highest non-fin package with media.net, as an intern. And even there I'm currently interning. So that's the thing, that's how SIH impacted my journey. It gave me confidence, it helped me climb the corporate ladder, etc. Now, since I was able to build this whole community, I'll be really happy to volunteer. I have hundreds of ideas across how we can build this community, this SIH alumni community, and I'll be happy to volunteer for that. Thank you.
Thank you, Daisy, for the power-packed feedback. Surely we'll get in touch with you to develop this community. Thank you.
Sure.
So next, Harshit Bharadwaj.
Hello. I hope I am audible.
Yes.
Yes, please.
So first of all, thanks for this opportunity. I'll keep it short. So my name is Harshit Bhardwaj. I'm from Jaipur. I participated in software edition of SIH 2018. We solved a problem of RCF company, which was in agriculture field. We participated in that. After that, I would call this as my first entrepreneurial project, which I did, and which really turned me into a real entrepreneur, made me realize how team works, how innovation happens at the core, and how you can idealize a problem, come up with a solution in a few days, a 1 month of full packed entrepreneurial project for me. Now, like by the learning of SIH 2018, I am right now like having my own startup in a media industry with the name of High Cup. We are a team of 7 people. We are supported by government of Rajasthan, also funded by government of Rajasthan. Right now, like because I learned a lot from SIH, now I involve myself into mentoring more of my type of people at that time in college. So, and I have one suggestion, because I said that I'll keep it short. I have one suggestion that we are a network, a community of problem solvers. Why? Like we can solve millions of problems of India. So we need a community, we need a platform where we can synergize with each other, we can talk with each other, we can have discussion around the problems and make beautiful product solutions for India, for real India. So for that, I would like to volunteer for SIH and to make this community, to create more entrepreneurs, more problem solvers for India out of this community. So that is my suggestion. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for believing in us and making us what we are today. Thank you, SIH.
So, thank Harshit. I think we have many more hands raised. I don't know whether we will able to cover each and every person today itself. What we can certainly do is that we can continue this interaction. But I have two specific requests for all of you, and let me know how we can handle it. Okay. So currently, we have just put a page of Smart India Hackathon alumni, together. It's just a small module, small page which we have developed. But we have to really make it very, very vibrant. And we don't have good developers and those kind of things who will help us actually do some of those things. Okay. So if any one of you would like to volunteer for that, we will be more than happy actually to join hands with you. We will acknowledge you. We can put your name there at who has contributed. So how we can make this entire web page or this entire platform good, and it will be on government domain. We don't want to use anything else because then the credibility is not. But when it is on government domain, it has far more credibility. Because we will have even sanity check also on it. That we will internally do it. But that is one which we will be certainly seeking. If any one of you would like to help us, because you are all developers, many of you are developers doing great things. So if we can put a team of 4 or 5 people together, and if we can together work on developing this platform, that will be great. So first is that. Second is, as I said, so like Daisy, how she was contributing, or how she was sharing her experience with us. If you can share a really good video, okay, crisp video, 30 seconds video, 45 seconds video with us, we can put it on the Smart India Hackathon official website also, and this alumni website also. Okay. And we will tag Honorable Minister as well as Honorable Prime Minister. Okay. And they will be more than happy if some of them gets retweeted from their office. Then you will have far more bigger traction, because they also tweet, they also pick and choose. Okay. depending upon the occasion and so on and so forth. So I will not able to promise you on that, but we as Ministry of Education Innovation Cell, we will certainly promote them. Okay, so that is second aspect which I would like. Then one more very important thing is that we reached out to you 600 people, but we have to reach out to other 40,000 people also who were part of it. And some of them will be your friends, and maybe we are sending emails which are going into junk folder. Okay, we may not able to actually those emails may not be visible to them. So I will request you to share those links to your friends so they also get registered. And then let's have a small group meetings also on what kind of programs we can develop together. Huh? And how we can start creating actual impact on ground. How we can nurture some good innovations from some of the schools or some of the colleges, or can we identify? So I will tell you, we have now built a studio here, and we are thinking of actually starting a channel, TTH channel, on innovation and entrepreneurship. So we will talk about success stories of innovators. We will be talking to we will do some Shark Tank kind of thing, but Shark Tank is already there, so we don't have to replicate it. But what we will do is we will talk to large number of investor community. We will talk to large number of people like you. We will give you a forum to share your experiences and so on and so forth. So the studio is now ready with us in Delhi. We have now put up advertisement for actually hiring the entire production team. So now 9-10 people we are going to hire, and they will also be in touch with you, to where you will able to share your opportunity, where you will able to share your stories, what you are doing. If you have some good speakers in your mind whom we should go and talk to, you can suggest them. We are doing leadership talks, but we would like to seek your help in identifying some more innovators, good innovators, because together we have to build this ecosystem. Okay, so I hope many of you will support us. So Selva, create a small form, okay, which goes to all the people, huh? And ask them how they would like to volunteer or support us.
Yes, sir. In the portal, if you are launching in that, in the profile, if they update it, we have asked the question whether they can support as a mentor or evaluator or expert speaker. So those and all this, so they can update over there. From there, we can pick it up.
So okay, that will be great. And let's make this makes this community quite vibrant. Let's engage with each and everyone. People should know who are their alumni, because all these are brainy people. Let's explore how we can work together to actually make India or take India forward, in terms of innovation ecosystem. We have long way to go. We are in innovation ranking, global innovation ranking. We are 46th, at a 46th position. In 2014, we were at 81st position. We have achieved a lot, certainly, but this still 46th position is not a good position for a country like India, where we have 1.3 billion people. So we have 1.3 billion brains and 2.6 billion hands. Okay, so we have to really move in that direction. And China is 12th. China's rank on GII, Global Innovation Index, is 12th. We are 46. Even countries like Vietnam, Philippines, Estonia, Moldova, Malta, you might not have heard of some of the names. They are doing better than us. So we really have to work for our country. Okay. So thanks to all. I think we will just launch this, Selva. What?
Yes, sir. The launch
So,
the website.
so shall I share?
Yes, sir.
So is it visible?
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Oh, so but this will not be visible to you because I have to actually go ahead and change from sharing.
Yes, the window you need to select.
Yes. What happened? Okay, I will just stop sharing and then. Ha. So it is visible.
Yes, sir.
So dear friends, we have developed this small website. It talks about what we can do: fundraising, mentorship, collaboration, resources, event updates, networking. These are all the opportunities. This is for all the hackathons which we have done till date, like Smart India Hackathon, Ideathon, Samadhan, Taikathon, India Singapore Hackathon. Selva, there is a spelling mistake. It is ASEAN, ASEAN, not Asian.
Yes, sir.
Asia.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
ASEAN.
So
And
some
also
of your success stories, notable alumni, we have put. So we have started actually adding some of your photographs and those kind of things. So this is the portal which we have.
So you just need to log in with your hackathon email ID. We have just very small 3 pages. You need to update your profile and update the status of your Smart India Hackathon project. And also, like many of you asked, other than Smart India Hackathon, we have some more ideas. So you can share your ideas other than Smart India Hackathon ideas. If you have developed some other ideas, you can share in that portal. And if you need any funding support, you can request through the portal. Through this, we can collaborate.
Apart from that, what kind of role they would like to play,
yes.
And if they would like to actually participate in development of this portal also, and make
yes.
it more vibrant, make it more engaging, that will be great.
Yeah.
Okay. So thank you very much, dear friends, for joining us. Please open your cameras so that we can take a selfie. Can you all share that with us through email? We are also taking, you also take. If you are putting it on Twitter or if you are putting it on LinkedIn, tag me. Facebook, I'm not on, I am there on Insta also, but I hardly use it. So let's set the ball rolling. Thank you very much. Namaskar. We will meet in person. We will also interact. We will continue this dialogue which we have initiated today.
Thank you, sir.
And we will have much more focused group discussions now, based on your liking, based on the way you would like to contribute.
Thank
Okay?
you, sir.
Thank you very much.